What's up, guys? Welcome back. Check this out. 2022 2500 series Ram pickup truck. Now this is the Laramie edition. It's got the night edition. It does have the more desirable Cummins diesel engine. It does have the long bed. It also comes at the hefty price tag. And today I'm going to take you on a tour of this vehicle. So we're going to check it out from all angles. We're going to check it out interior, exterior, engine, bed, the whole 9 yards. Before we do that, do me a quick favor. Go to the right hand side of your video screen. At the bottom of it, there is a little red button that says subscribe. Why don't you go ahead and click that before we get back to this video. Well, if you're looking for a vehicle to get the job done, this one definitely has what it takes. Now look how huge it is. Now this is as it comes standard from the factory. I'm 6 feet tall. This vehicle is towering over me. This is the standard equipment. I know a lot of people are going to buy them. They're going to probably put another 3-6-inch lift on them. That's going to be even taller. But let's take a look at the design of this vehicle. Now I like this Delmonico red. We've done a 1500 limited in that color. That is pretty cool. Very unique to the brand. 2500 heavy duty right on the side of the hood in here. It does have this big bulge in it, and because it does have the night package over here, so you can check it out. Everything is blacked out. There's no chrome whatsoever anywhere here. This big grill, Ram spelled out over here, that's all blacked out as well. Sensors for your parking, the sensors right there. Now you do have some huge recovery hooks. Now this is the real thing. They're metal. I mean, they're very sturdy, etc. As far as the lights, so you do have the LED lights. As far as the turn signals, those are still incandescent turn signals, and you do have the daytime running lights that are LEDs as well. Fog lights right over here. This concludes the front. Let's pop this open. Let's see what powers up this beast. Check it out, guys. I almost need to get a step stool to show you this engine compartment right here. Over here, right on top of it, you can see what it is. It's a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. It's an inline 6 engine, produces 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque. Now it has made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, but I gotta tell you, if you need to tow something, this is definitely the truck for you, because it can tow up to almost 20,000 pounds. Check it out, guys. I had to put the camera backwards just to even capture this in one frame. As you can see, I'm basically swimming in my own sweat. It's 100 degrees outside with 100% humidity, so I hope you forgive me. Anyways, this thing is made for work. You can see that it's got this beefy suspension. As far as the wheel setup on this particular, because it does have this night package, it does have the 20-inch rims. They're nicely blacked out. 285 by 60. Those are the light truck tires on here. And you can see on the side, it's a turbo diesel Cummins. Right over here, Ram on the side. You can see this huge mirrors made for towing. Definitely, they extend, they fold. You also have this auxiliary backup lights that are included in here. As far as everything else is basically color coordinated. It does have the smart entry system. You don't have to basically push anything on the remote. As long as you have the key on you, it will lock, and when you slide your hand inside of the door handle, it will unlock the vehicle. One big thing, you need to have the side steps for this. Look how far I have to reach to even get inside of this vehicle. So definitely side step is a must. Now this particular one's got an 8-foot bed, so let's check it out. Well, the back of this pickup truck looks like a back of a pickup truck, right? So it's got the gate, but it does have a few cool features. First of all, it does have the camera right on top of your huge Ram logo. Laramie over here, it does have the LED/incandescent lights, kind of a combination. The Ram on this night package is all blacked out and spelled out out right on the side of here. You do have some steps over here. I don't see any deployable steps at the bottom of it to help you get inside of the bed, and this could be an issue for some people. 4x4 on the side. Of course, you have the 5 and 7 pin tow hitch adapters right here, over here, and then you have the tow hitch, like I mentioned before, up to 20,000 pounds in this configuration. Now, as far as the gate, it is a soft drop gate, so it doesn't drop on you when you open it up, and this particular one does have the bed liner in here. Let me grab the camera, I'll show it to you. Definitely a utility vehicle. If you look from here, bed liner, you do have the power outlet in the back over here. That's a maximum 400 watts, 115 volt. You do have some illuminations in the bed on both sides. Now that middle window opens up when you're inside of the cabin. I'll show you how that's done. And then right on top of here, you have the reverse light as well as the third brake light. That's it. There's nothing else about this bed that's unusual. Once you actually climb up on this vehicle, it's very comfortable. It does have enough room for 3 adults in the back, 2 adults in the front. There's also another seating configuration that you can get, which is 3 in the front, 3 in the back. But as far as the roominess, plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder room. Now, 3 big guys might be a little squeezed in the back, but not bad at all. Probably better than in a lot of larger SUVs. Let me show you the rest of this interior. With the door panel over here, you can see you have some pretty premium material used for a pickup truck, right? You have the leather wrapping over here, some contrast stitching, a little bit of storage underneath here, and a lot more at the bottom of the door. Moving on to the cabin, so you can see there is 3 people can sit in comfortably, and then if you wanted to have a cup holders and 2 people, definitely a better comfort. But I want to point out something. Nice leather / suede combination over here. Seats are very nice and comfortable. That back window opens up for better ventilation. And another cool feature about this, they do have the seats that actually fold up, both this side, the 40 part, and then the 60 part on the other side, for if you wanted to put some more cargo in here other than people. So again, this is a pretty cool feature. Also in the middle, you have this console, you have your own vents, you have your own cup holders over here, USB-C and the USB. Then you of course have the heated seats in the back. I wish they had ventilated in the back. That would be kind of cool too. Regular household power outlet, and then you have lots of room for your feet right there. Let's check out the quality of the build right here. Pretty nice and solid thumb, if you ask me. Let's open the door and see what else we have here. Now, of course, the same theme as in the back, but then you have the power or memory seat features over here. You also have the mirror window and the lock controls over here. You can see the mirrors are folded, and you can lock the ability for somebody to open that rear window. The rear window opens somewhere else. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so you do have a power adjustment on the seats. Both driver and passengers have power adjustments, and I want to point it out to you too. Look at this, Laramie basically embroidered right here. You have the leather suede combination, really, really nice, and the very premium materials. Before we jump in, I'll show you a couple of things. First of all, you have the pedal adjustments because it's a huge truck, so you make sure you feel comfortable driving it. And then you also have the tilt and telescoping steering wheel right there. You have the light adjustments right on the left hand side of the steering wheel, and then you can turn off that power outlet in the back by pressing this button over here. So this is it. Let's jump inside of it. Interior on this 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie, it's by far all the Rams with this premium interior are my favorite interior out of any pickup trucks. The Ford was cool, the GM would be a distant third, and check this out. I mean, like this dashboard right here, you have Laramie over here on this top glove box. You also have the bottom glove box right here. And then moving up on top, you have a little bit of storage in here. By the way, if you're Florida, don't put anything in there, it's going to melt. You have a Harman Kardon stereo, 12-volt power outlet right here, big 12-inch screen. Okay, you do have a massive steering wheel for a massive truck. Okay, a bunch of buttons on here. That's basically what controls what's going on in the instrument cluster over there. Then on the right-hand side, you have your cruise control settings, etc. Over here in the instrument cluster, okay, so it is a combination of digital and analog. As an analog part, you have the speedometer on the right-hand side, as well as your fuel gauge and your tachometer as well as your depth percentage. Okay, so in the middle right here, that's where your digital screen is. And then we can go through some of the functions right now. You can see that's the speedometer. Then you have the vehicle info. So you have your tire pressure. Then you have the temperature, coolant temperature, trans temperature, oil pressure, boost pressure, diesel particulate filter. Okay, and then back to the oil life. Okay, and you go down, off-road features, and you scroll to the sides, and you have the pitch and roll, and then you have the drivetrain. Over here, you have the fuel economy, okay, 14.8 average miles per gallon, which is actually, I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it's not bad for the size of this vehicle, okay. Trip info, distance, this is the trailer trip, halt to reset, we don't have a trailer here. Android Auto, right here, no stored messages. Okay, enter setup, so screen setup, we're not going to mess with that. And then back to speed. So this is your instrument cluster, pretty cool. What I want to show you is this thing right here. Okay, I already paired it. It does have the wireless Android Auto, which is a huge plus in my book. This is their new Uconnect system. And I'm going to actually go back out of the Android Auto. Now we're going to go to the RAM regular screen. This is what you see, full screen. Very nice, very crisp, very visible. Home screen right here, this is your navigation that comes standard with it. As you can see, all of those features can be maximized right here. So if I wanted to open it up as a larger icon, it's going to say what's playing right here. That's my Android Auto. You can select different sources for the radio, FM, Sirius, Bluetooth, AM, FM, or you can play what you have on your Android Auto as well. That's your media basically. Let's go back to home. Then you have your comfort settings. That's basically your navigation, climate control system. Very cool. It's got the driver ventilated seats. Same thing for the passenger, heated ventilated seat. I can control where the air is coming out of, you know, for the maximum comfort. You have your fan speed right here. You can do auto, air recirculating button. You can sync it, or you can have a separate temperature for the driver and passenger. And there's slide buttons right here. That's where you set your temperatures at. Go back to the navigation system. So it is a large navigation system. Look at it, it fills up the entire screen. It's pretty cool. It's got the 3D map feature. It's got the regular flat map features. As far as search, okay, you can add, you know, certain points of interest, your home address, work address, etc. You can just find, let's say, gas stations. We're going to try to see how it looks, and my favorite features on some of the manufacturers are using it right now. Not only tells you how far the gas station is, but also tells you how much their fuel is. So at $4.19, here's a Shell. Okay, for those of you in Florida, I'm sorry, but we're still not bad on the gas prices. $4.19, and it is July 2022. All right, let's go back to Android Auto. Okay, so you can see that. And as far as the vehicle features over here, we have the mirror dimmer rear view camera. Let's check this out because that's important right here. Okay, the rear view camera, again, doesn't fill up the entire screen, no, but yeah, it's nice quality. I think the quality of the Ram and the Jeep's cameras are pretty darn good, especially on the higher end trims. So this tells you it's a rear camera, and that's the only one that we have. Not many things that you can do. Okay, you have the important ones, which is the top down for the trailer, and then you have the regular rear view camera. Now, if I actually put it in reverse, will those lines be active? No, they're not. For some reason, the trajectory lines are not active on this one. Okay, well, let's see what else we have. Off-road pages. So this is the first time probably somebody's using it, so maybe a little bit delay in the reaction time. Steering angle. See if as I move the steering wheel, the angle changes, of course. And then you have accessory gauges. Okay, pretty cool. You can see everything right here on your screen. Coolant temperature, oil temperature, pressure, battery voltage, etc. And the pitch and roll, we've seen that when I did the TRX. It's pretty much the same setup on the screen over here. And then we go back to the last, which is the app basically. Let's see the keypad recent. That's basically your phone. Now I want to go apps. Hey, My app's not working for some reason. Anyways, it goes back. I have to figure out why. So on off-road controls, settings, this is your settings for your vehicle. So it does have quite a few. So you can set up your own profile, clock and date, phone, Bluetooth, voice navigation, trailer, camera. Let's see if there's any camera features. Park view backup. No, fixed guidelines, active guidelines. There you go. So if I put it in reverse right now, we can see, and there you go. Now the guidelines are working. I found that weird that it wouldn't have it, but again, lights, tons of settings, guys. Seats and comfort, key off options, system information, software updates, notifications, audio settings, and set it up. The volume for different features for media, phone call navigation, voice recording, phone ring, etc. So I have tons of features in here. Very nice, very comprehensive system. I think it's one of my favorite ones. On the side here, you do have some hard buttons in case you don't want to mess with the comfort settings. You do have the temperature control, different modes for the fans, and the fan speed, as well as the auto feature. That's on one side. On the other side, you do have the temperature, front window defogger, rear window defroster, AC and air recirculating button. Of course, you do have a pretty large size volume knob on one side. Tune, browse, enter, and scroll. That's what's on the other side. I gotta tell you, the stereo does sound pretty good. Fortunately, due to the copyright on YouTube, I can't play it for you. All right, so you have the gain for your trailer right here. Tow hole off. Parking sensors off for rear, off for front. At the bottom right here, you have the USB-C, two of them, two regular USB, one auxiliary, a little bit of storage in here. This is your wireless charger for your phone. Cup holders, you do have an extra storage. It's pretty cool about this storage too, that you can move it out of the way and have a deeper storage if you wanted to. And then of course you have the regular 115 watt power outlet. Right here, 115 volts, I'm sorry, this is a 400 watt power outlet. And then you do have this huge console right here that opens up. And again, this piece right here slides back and forth, so depending on the configuration that you want to have with this. All right, let's move over here to the side. You have the heavy duty 4x4, now we're in two-wheel drive. And then you can switch it to four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, and you know you have the old school shifter that's on the steering wheel. Some of the other Rams will have the shifters. Now I've seen some of the 1500s. That's without the four-wheel drive. I believe they put the rotary dial type of deal on here, and this is pretty much it. It's very nice, but very loaded interior features. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that on basically a work truck. Now, if you look up on top in here, you can see you have the assist SOS. No, this is to open and close the rear window. So that's what I showed you when we look at the bed. And then you have also the ability to open the rear gate over here. So the bed gate basically, and then on and off for the lights. HomeLink system. Okay, illuminated mirrors. And no sunroof on this one, but the cabin is pretty large. Okay, and you can see this window right here. We can actually open it, see, slide it open, slide it closed. That allows for more air into the cabin, better ventilation. Take it for a spin. Are you ready to go for a spin with me? The vehicle is running, about to take it for a spin. One thing to mention, guys, I am sweating profusely. It is about 100 degrees outside, even though it says 77 right here. So this might need to be calibrated to something. 100% humidity. It rained before I started filming, and it's about to rain right now. So let's get it down the road. Let's see how it feels. Obviously, the test of this is going to be a little bit different. I don't have a trailer to pull it, although there's a trailer that's parked right there, but it's not mine, so I'm not going to try to hook it up to it. B, you know, there's really no off-road trails or anything like this. So my test is going to be pretty simple. You know, how does it drive on the main road? And 0 to 60 is not important when you come to a work truck like this, so I don't care about that. But more of the maneuverability, how it feels, how it drives on the road. So here, I want to show you a sticker on this vehicle. It is a 2022 model year Ram 2500 Laramie. This is a night crew cab 4x4 long box. That's all on the sticker right here. So with all of the equipment that you've seen in the car so far, in the truck so far, it is about $81,000, just short of it by $5, $80,995. And I'll post everything in the description link of this video right here. So let's take it for a spin. A couple things to point out. Now, this is obviously a huge vehicle, so it's not going to have a turning diameter of a small or mid-sized truck. We're going to do it anyways. We're going to turn it around 360 degrees, right? And yes, you do need extra space to turn this thing around. And I tell you, you also need to be very careful about the sides, right? So you need to see what's on the side, so you're not going to clip in a tree, or if you're in the gas station, so you're not going to do some damage to the vehicle or maybe other vehicles or people around you. So have to keep that in mind. I've watched some videos, and I even said it myself, getting in some of the SUVs says, hey, it does have the commanding view off the road. Well, they obviously haven't said it this one. Commanding view of the road, that's definitely what you can see here. I mean, it is huge. We're set up very, very high, and this is without any raised suspension or anything like this. You do have this long hood. You do have the wide windshield. You can feel the diesel. I mean, 370 horsepower. It's not a lot, but 850 pound-feet of torque. It's absolutely crazy. I'm gonna take it for a short spin and see if I can even drive this truck. So as long as you're careful, cornering, you know, cruising on the road, it's very easy. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's kind of cool because you sit like on top of all the other cars, which you know, could be dangerous because you might feel overly confident driving this truck, and I know some people do. Definitely, don't get me wrong, it's not the same as driving Ford Maverick. I mean, it's night and day difference. I mean, it is a huge, heavy-duty, commercial-grade, basically, vehicle. So that's what you need to know. There's different lines that are available for the 2500 series, so you can visit ramtrucks.com and see which ones are available. Now, as far as the size, this is definitely the longest one because it does have the crew cab, it does have the long bed, so it is definitely the longest one. It also has the more desirable engine and transmission combination, especially for people that are really want to use it for some heavy duty towing. I'm not going to check the 0 to 60, it doesn't make any sense, but I did make this U-turn right here fairly easy, right? And it gets up to speed. It's comfortable. The air conditioning is super cool, like temperature-wise cool. The screen is super cool, like the cool, right? Here, by the way, the temperature just updated. It says 77, all of a sudden it's 92, and I think that's still, you know, underestimating it by... Okay, so driving it is just like a huge truck, right? Because that's what it is. So, I mean, for those of you, I'm sure you're watching it because you either had one, had experience with one. This is not a first-time pickup truck, buyer truck. I mean, you have to have a purpose for it, and it's either business or pleasure. You might have a big boat, or, you know, a trailer that you tow your race car in, or horses or anything like this, then you'll need it. Okay, so I mean, if you're watching this, let me know, why would you buy a truck that's that big with all of those luxury amenities on it? Is it a statement, or is it something that you just like to do? Because it is not a cheap truck, but like I said, it's in line with pretty much the competition. It drives pretty cool. It does have the technology, the best technology that I think is on the market right now out of any of the pickup trucks. And I'm talking about all of this interior amenities. I'm talking about this 12-inch screen. I'm talking about this leather appointed seats. I'm talking about, you know, all of the features that you have in here. Honestly, if I were to add one thing to this truck, would definitely be the side steps, and would probably want to have something to help me get in or out of the bed, and maybe those are available. Maybe that's just because of the chip shortage, they weren't able to order it, which is pretty much a common theme, like the deployable side steps. I mean, a lot of them don't have it right now because they take a chip to do it. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. Overall, I'm very impressed with this truck. If you like watching videos like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.